Hello, hello, hello. Well, I hope you guys are comfortable because we're getting personal today. I felt like there's just some things that I need to confess to you guys, clear up with you guys, talk to you guys about. So find a comfortable spot, get a yummy electrolyte drink with you, something cozy, maybe a little hot chocolate, snuggle up on the couch, and let's get into it.
Welcome to the Cloud Code!
What's up, guys? My name is Claude. I am the host of the Claude Code, where I suffocate your bullshit to help you reclaim your life. And if you are not subscribed yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button. Let me know in the comments where you're listening from. And let's just jump right in. Okay, so if you've been with me for a while, I have been the health and fitness coach that keeps it fucking real. Raw, in your face, very aggressive, very in my masculine. I was a full-on supporter of discipline. A full-on supporter of do more, work harder, keep your word, ignore your feelings, do it anyway. I was definitely living and coaching this way. And something happened last year where I kind of got in touch with again. I started to find my way back to myself, my feminine self. Now, a little background. And here's the thing. I share this with you guys because I know for a fact that there are so many of you out there listening that are going to relate, that maybe have never even thought about this, looked at it, because God knows I hadn't until this moment. My whole life, I've been operating in my masculine, meaning goal-oriented, perfectionist, high achiever, overachiever, high performance. I was an A+ student. I was an honor grad. I was the best in my dance class. I was always front and center. I always felt like I wanted to be the girl that got along with all the guys. I didn't have many girlfriends. I wanted to do what all the guys did. I wanted to play hockey. I wanted to be the cool girl that wasn't annoying, that wasn't too emotional, that didn't cry at movies. I wanted to be the girl that liked all the sports, that could like hang with the guys, drink with them. Like I was this woman. And the way that that showed up for me, especially after having my son, was like I just could not fall into my role as a mom. And it gave me a lot of anxiety. I was very depressed because I just didn't want to be like that mom. I didn't want to be another feminine woman. I thought I was like very different and I was unique. And to a certain degree, yes, but really, truly, I was operating in my masculine. And what happened was that got me very sick. I woke up one day to an autoimmune disease. I woke up to TSH levels that were way, way, way too high, which is a sign of stress. And I had to take a moment and really look at like what I was doing. Was I happy? And it didn't even hit at the moment where like my TSH levels went crazy. I still thought, oh, I'm not doing enough. I should do more. I should be, following better macros or doing better workouts. Anywho, when I realized that okay, I'd been operating in my masculine and I wanted to I had this desire now to get in touch with more of my feminine side. This was February of 2024. And I looked at my life and I saw that like I wasn't really being much of a mom, that my husband had taken on most of the motherly responsibilities, like making my son breakfast, making him his lunch, taking him to school, picking him up from school, because I was the breadwinner. I was making most of the money. I was supporting us. And so I was fully in my masculine all the time, running a business, no emotions, very much in my logical brain all the time, making logical decisions. And I really like I was proud of that my ability to be logical and not emotional. And so in February of last year, I realized, wow, like I really need to take back some of my responsibilities as a mom. Like that's where all this started. That's how I knew, like, this is how I'm going to be more feminine, is I'm going to take back some of my mom responsibilities. So I called my husband. I was in Florida at the time, and I said, hey, when I get back, like, I'm going to do groceries. I'm going to cook us dinner. I'm going to make breakfast. I'm going to make Nova's lunch. I'm going to take him to school. I'm going to pick him up. Like, I'm going to take back some of my motherly responsibilities. And then from there, I developed like a stronger desire to like tap in even more, or get to know my feminine side even more. And I hired a coach, and she helped me be more feminine in my relationship. And this has been probably the hardest self-growth I've ever had to do, because being masculine and being in our masculine for women who do operate in this way, it's like our identity. It's just our worth is based in our accomplishment. Our worth is based in our achievements, in how hard we work and how disciplined we are and how many checks we check off the to-do list. Like, this is who we are. And to let go of that is terrifying. It feels irresponsible. Like, I went through all of these things. And the more that I sort of opened this Pandora's box into the feminine, I was reading books and I was like, wow, I mean, I am definitely leading in my relationship. I'm definitely, making most of the decisions. I'm definitely not go with the flow. I definitely don't express my feelings. I definitely don't even know how I feel half the time, because I'm so disconnected from my body and my emotions. And so opening that up was like an explosion in my life. Like, what the fuck have I been doing for so long? And then I started to realize that my coaching, and this is where the confession comes in of like, here's where I've made a massive shift in my business, because my coaching was very masculine. I would tell my clients, like, suck it up. If you're tired, do it anyway. And I was imposing my will on other women. And the more that I dove into this feminine thing, I'm like, man, all of this weight loss stuff is so masculine. Everything is masculine. Everything is strategy. It's numbers, it's metrics, it's weigh this and track that, and don't eat this and restrict yourself here. Everything is very heady. And it has nothing to do with how you feel. It's just following rules that are outside of you in order to force the body into submission. What happens when women do that, when we ignore the signs coming from our body, is we do get sick. We actually get the opposite result that we're looking for. And this is what I had to learn the hard way. Like I said, I got my implants removed June of 2023, gained 15 pounds. My body went into this inflammatory state. And this was like in the midst of me, I hadn't realized all this feminine stuff yet. This was June 2023. So, but I panicked, because here I am. I health and wellness coach. I'm teaching women to eat a certain way, do things a certain way to lose weight. And I'm doing that, but my body's not losing the weight. And I had a business mentor at the time, and he was like, just hire a new coach. You need new macros. Like, you just need different eyes on it. You need something new. And I was like, cool. So I hire a new coach, and I love her. Like, she's amazing, but gave me new macros, increased my daily calories, to get me out of a deficit that I'd been in for a while. More intense trainings 5 days a week. I was doing cold plunges every single morning. I was training for a half marathon, and I was miserable. Every week I would take my progress pics, I would weigh myself, and no weight. No way. I couldn't lose any weight. And I was miserable. I was pushing myself beyond what was comfortable. My body was saying slow down, but my mind was saying I can't slow down. That's irresponsible. That's not discipline. That's being weak. That's not strong-minded. That's not hard work. But my body was begging for me to slow down. Different things would happen to me. Like, I'd see my couch and be like, oh my God, I just want to sit on my couch. But no, Claude, don't sit on your couch. That's lazy. That's lazy. You got to work harder. You got to do more. Don't be lazy. You're way more disciplined than sitting on your couch and watching TV in the middle of the day. But I would have these urges and these desires to just relax, to go sit outside with like a sparkling water and read a book and be like, no, I have to work, or, I need to go run, or I need to do this towards my goals. I need to achieve, accomplish. That relaxing is not part of that. But my body was begging for me to slow down and rest. And during this time of working with this trainer, I got my blood work done, and that's when I found out that my TSH levels had doubled. And this is due to a lot of stress, emotional, mental, physical stress. I was in a very bad spot mentally. My weight would not come off. I felt stuck, and I was stuck. And the thing is the more masculine we are as women, right? So the more we are in that masculine energy, the more dense our bodies become. And that's what was happening, is I had this very stuck, dense body that was keeping energy very stuck. I wasn't allowing myself to connect with my emotions and my feelings and what my body was truly asking of me. So that's when February, so I got my boobs removed June of 2023. In February 2024 is when I had this epiphany of, I actually need to honor being a woman. I need to value that. I need to love that. I need to respect that. I have been disrespecting it my whole life. I have thought of women as weaker. I've thought of as not as capable, too emotional, annoying, naggy. And I didn't want to be any of those things. And so I leaned into my masculine. And in February, I was at church actually, and I just had this epiphany, this awakening of, Claude, like, you're a woman and there's beauty in that. You need to soften. Quit being so tough. Quit leading everything. Quit running and controlling everything. And I remember how terrifying that felt to me, but at the same time, I couldn't ignore the calling to pay attention to that. And so that's when I began my work here in this area of becoming more in tune with my feminine and operating more from that place. And this leads me to the fuck this has to do with my coaching and my approach. And if you knew me last year and before all this, I was very much a tough love kind of coach, in your face, very aggressive, very disciplined, very all of those masculine things. And now I couldn't be further from that. And what that means is there is a very feminine way to approach weight loss and well-being. And it is not through counting macros, tracking your food, working harder, doing more, pushing yourself beyond just pushing yourself beyond your limits. We are literally living under this masculine umbrella where everything masculine is celebrated, of, this strict discipline and pushing more and do more, work harder, wake up earlier. Feminine energy is so not that. And I'm not saying that we don't need some strategy, but as women, if you don't tap into your femininity and you don't learn to listen to your body and trust your body and flow with the energy and listen to what your body is saying and needing and following your joy, you're gonna come to a place where you get fucking stuck. And if you haven't gotten in touch with your feminine and you're yo-yoing, see, the thing is the masculine way of losing weight handles one thing, which is physical well-being to a certain degree. Like, sure, it'll probably do anyone some good to eat to count macros, track your food, make sure you're eating anti-inflammatory. Everyone's going to benefit from that. But if you as a woman are miserable inside and you don't follow your joy and you're doing all of these things just to feel accomplished and to say, I'm disciplined, and you're just doing all of them for an external reason that is outside of you, you're never going to get the results you truly want, because you're playing by somebody else's rules, a man's rules that is going against your true essence. And the only thing that's going to bring a woman true well-being, like lifelong well-being, is her being in alignment with who she is, with her joy, with her essence. Masculine doesn't teach any of that. Masculine is mission-oriented, goal-oriented, accomplish, achieve, go, 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 work, work, work. Feminine is none of those things. Feminine is feeling. Feminine is energy. It's flow. It's ease. It's peace. It's allowing well-being and weight loss to happen rather than forcing and pushing for it. And here's the thing. I have changed my entire approach. You will not catch me saying anything about what you should be doing or pushing you to push yourself and do something that doesn't feel good to you. Here's the thing. If you are following a plan that makes you miserable, you won't lose the weight. Your body is responding to how you feel emotionally, mentally. It's responding to the thoughts that you have, to your vibration. And if you are unhappy and you're doing something because someone else says you should do it, you're never going to get the results you want. And besides, what's the goal here? Instead of rules, what are your values? I am a full fan of and believer in you doing what brings you the most joy. And what lights you up as a woman. And I urge you and encourage you to tap into your feminine essence. If you've been struggling with your health for a long time, it's time to stop the masculine hustle. And it's time to slow down and tune in to your feminine essence, to what your body is saying and begging you to give it. It's time to get in touch with how you feel, to listen to how you feel and honor how you feel. Not suppress it, not say, oh, well, all these people on Instagram say, doesn't matter how I feel when I wake up, I should work out anyway. I'm here to confess that I am a recovering diet addict and masculine weight loss fanatic, that I no longer agree with any of those values, any of those rules, any of those ideas and beliefs. I do not agree with them anymore. And I believe that a woman should choose what makes her happy. A woman should follow her joy, her peace, her inner contentment. A woman should follow her quality of life. And she should decide what makes her feel at home in her body. So I am no longer here to impose my will on you, to tell you should be eating this or not eating that, or doing this and not doing that, and working out this many times a week and blah, blah. No. What I'm here to do now is just to share with you my journey and what's working for me. What I'm here to do now is to be super open about what I'm doing, what's working for me, and saying, this is so beautiful that we get to choose. And here is what's available to you. And if this resonates with you, and if it aligns with you and your joy and your peace, then come work with me. And if it doesn't, then don't. I used to be like, this is the way. It's this way or the highway. And you're fat because blah, blah, blah. And the food, it's not the food. I don't even think it's the food making us fat anymore. Eat what you want. There is no such thing as good and bad food. And I used to disagree with that statement, like up and down. I've stopped demonizing food. I've stopped fearing food. I do eat gluten now. I eat dairy. I've had a few glasses of wine here and there when I felt joyful about it. Like, I am a completely different woman than I was 7 months ago. And that has shocked some people. And so I wanted to come on here and just give you a confession and let you know that I no longer coach that way. I no longer have the same beliefs, the same ideologies. There is a feminine way to attain true well-being and to experience weight loss. There's a feminine way to do this. And it's by trusting you again, trusting your body again, becoming aware of you as a woman and your feelings and your energy, and understanding how to allow yourself to be guided by you and your body, how to reconnect to your body. It's really about getting to know you again, because we've been operating for so long off of these masculine ideologies, thinking that that's what we should do. It's about finding peace with yourself and knowing what your values are. It's about loving yourself again, loving the skin you're in, trusting your body, and like not playing by anybody else's rules, by going with the flow of you and learning what that even is. So you're not going to find me yelling at people anymore, telling them what they should do, or shaming them for not doing something. I want women to reclaim their joy. I want women to reclaim their true essence of who they are and get to know their desires again, their peace, their joy, their ease. I want them to have total food freedom and control over their bodies again, as opposed to being their little body's bitch. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to just shed light on what brings me peace, joy, what has helped me find freedom and a home in my body again. And if you like it, then you can come along. And if you don't, that's okay too. But yes, I have changed my entire approach. I've changed my entire coaching style. And I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know that. So thank you for tuning in. If you are on board with this new version of Claude, drop a heart in the comments. Send me a message on Instagram at glowupwithclaude. Let me know that you love this new version, that you look forward to hearing more about this feminine way of losing weight and feminine way of well-being, and this journey of finding my way back home to my true feminine essence. And I wish that for every woman, all of you. This is true freedom. I love you, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.